Hello everyone, it is DD here, and welcome to another Pierce Custom minifigure video. Today we're taking a look at, honestly, my new favorite minifigure that I've ever made, Doomslayer from Doom Eternal. Alright, now I said before I started filming I did not want to have exposure issues, otherwise it would drive me insane, so let's hope the camera behaves. Alright, now before I get into this at all, I am giving huge credit and massive shout out to G-Man Bricks on Instagram. I will link him in the description. This figure is mainly his creation. The legs, the hilt, the torso, the arms, the handcuff, the shoulder pads, everything there, everything from the head and below is from him. So the legs, torso, belt, like I said, the arms, the handcuff, the brown shoulder pads, all that. The only things that I changed were the helmet and the shoulder cannon. All right, everything else is by his design. And then I added I made a bunch of accessories for him. So please go follow him on Instagram. He's made a lot of really cool minifigures. And I do hope that he ends up seeing this video. Maybe I'll even send it to him, so I can hear his thoughts on my improvements on it. Okay, so before we get into the actual minifigure, I'm going to tell you how much it cost to make this figure, because it was not cheap. So if you're a massive Doom fan like me, and you also were a massive Lego fan, and you really want to make this, be prepared for your wallet to go fucking bankrupt. Because oh my god. Okay, so I do not have the exact name for every single part, but I will do my best. So I also had a lot of shipping errors with parts and stuff, so I'm going to go through my purchase history and just, okay. So the first pair of legs that I ordered, which are actually these ones, which are what I was going to originally use. I'll show what those look like on there in a bit. Cost me $12.54, all right? The cyborg arms, which is what the brown and gray arm is from there, I ordered just the arms, cost me $9.14. The unused arms I bought, which I bought a pair of these arms because, it's half green, half brown. I thought it would look good. So I'll show what that looks like on this side in a bit, but I have the other one put up because I don't need it. Stop! I'm telling you, if this exposure keeps up like this, it's going to annoy me. Okay. Those cost me $11.32. The torso cost me $9.81. Now, it is from some Star Wars Resistance Trooper. Most of the parts from this figure are from figures like that. I can't remember exactly which one. If you really want all of the details, I'm pretty sure G-Man Bricks listed it in a comment where each part is from, and I might have even been the one to ask. I can't remember. The helmet, the original helmet I bought, in this green color, because his was in a green color, but it had two stripes on the side. I didn't like the two stripes, so I just bought a plain one. The one that I got, stop going blurry, thank you, I got sent a brown helmet with two stripes on it. So they refunded it, and I got my money back, but I spent $11.72 on that. The crucible, the blade part for the crucible, which you will see in a bit, which also is basically G-Man Bricks design. I just changed up like 3 pieces on it, so you'll see in a bit. That cost me $5.43. The bracket, what do I mean? This piece right here, because that's just that's just an attachment. This cost me $8.40, which is also from some sort of Star Wars Resistance Trooper, by the way. The launcher, so this brown piece here, cost me $5.71. G-Man Bricks used one in brown, or in black, sorry, but the actual launcher itself is green, so if it existed in this color, I would have went with that, but I went with brown to kind of fit the aesthetic better. The arm, this little gray skeleton arm here, I ordered one for $5.89, and it still is under the paid status. I got all of these parts on Bricklink, by the way. So I haven't heard anything from the seller. So if I filed for cancellation and all that, and if it doesn't get canceled, by a certain date, then I'm leaving the most negative feedback of all time. So I ordered another one, and that one was $4.73 and got here within 2 days. So yeah, and what sucks about this arm in this color You could use black, you could use light gray, you could use whatever you want. But in order to get it in dark gray, that only appears in like 2 sets, and that's why it you know, it's not super expensive because it's a tiny little arm, but you know, you'd have to order one if you don't have one already. This little piece is pretty common. Everybody knows what those are. Stop going blurry. I'm not done reading the parts list, but I'm getting there. The brown neck attachment here, I can't remember where I ordered it, but I ordered it from Bricklink years ago. But it's a brown neck attachment. You know, it's just one of those parts. You know, pretty simple to depict. The brown shoulder pads I bought a while ago. I can't remember if I used them for Cosmic Ghost Rider or not, or something like that. But you can get those on Bricklink too. I don't know what figure those are from, but again, if you go look in G-Brand Bricks comments, I'm sure you could find it. The brown belt piece, I believe I just had. I might have gotten it from a lumberjack in an advent calendar, I think. That's a handcuff piece with the rest of the handcuffs cut off. I know that's not super purist, but you know, it's still a Lego part, you know. Where are we at now? Oh, the helmet. The proper helmet color I got was $7.98. The legs, these legs, all right, now are you ready for this? These are ridiculous. These legs are in near mint, they're in used condition, but they were like opened and put in a bag. These are from Commander Gree from Star Wars. It's, you know, like the camo clone trooper general or whatever. $33.67. You don't even want to know how much the figure himself is. And what sucks is the torso and legs are not from the same figure. This is a different kind of torso than where the legs come from, which does suck, but it is what it is. So overall, I spent, after the refund, $114.62 to make this figure, not including the shoulder pads I bought years ago, the belt, which I may have bought or already owned, and the neck bracket that I bought years ago. So if you want to add, let's say like about $5 or $6, let's say $5 for each of those 3 parts, that would go up to about $130. So yeah, this is an expensive figure. It's not cheap. So I'm telling you right now, if you are super dedicated and really want to make this, be prepared to have your freaking wallet just... All right, let's talk about the figure. So, if you know what Doomslayer's Eternal outfit looks like off the top of the head, you may remember that he has his bicep poking out on this arm and a little bit on this arm. Well, I decided to scrap it entirely on this. Oh my god. I need the exposure to stop. Please, please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Like, I don't understand. Maybe I need to keep it unlocked or something. Why? Why are you blurry? It's probably because I'm white as hell. All right. Anyway. Oh my god. Stop. Okay, so he has brown up on his shoulder on his left arm, and then his bicep kind of pokes out, and then he has a gauntlet which has the knife attached, or the blade. So I decided to just keep the cyborg arm like G-Man Bricks had, because it just fits the aesthetic better, and the handcuff piece just is a nice addition. The torso on Doomslayer, like actual Doomslayer, has a bit of a like rigid texture in this area to look like abs, I guess, and that's what that is from. That's what that is kind of looks like to me, so I decided to go with that. There is a guy on YouTube Shorts, if you look up Lego Doomslayer, he made something similar to this, but he used these legs that I showed before and a different torso that didn't have all the camo prints on it, but actually the camo print to me kind of looks like extra detail, maybe some dried blood, you know. And the hilt from Commander Gree is also printed as well. Now, I had these legs on for about a week before these ones arrived, and they do look good. So I'm going to experiment here and show you guys, just so you know, so you can tell, oh, which one do I like better, which one looks better, whatever. All right. So with these pair of legs, the ones I were originally going to use, this is what everything would look like. To me, it just doesn't match the aesthetic of the camo, right? And it has that weird thing right there. Now, you could erase that, which I almost did, but I kept it on for this video. And then he's got some printing down here on the dark brown boots. So the dark brown and the olive green, like dual molded legs, do line up with the aesthetic a lot better. But on Doomslayer, if you look in the concept art book, he actually only has like green a little bit on the front, tiny bit on the sides, and close to none on the back. So that's why I went with these instead, like G-Man Bricks did, because it just has them on the front and then there's, you know, nothing else. I'm also just not a fan of how Lego prints stuff on the front and nothing else, but hey, it matches the aesthetic and I went with it. Now, if you want to see what the unused arm looks like with everything, I guess this is a good time to show what the head I chose is. I'm pretty sure G-Man Bricks also used just a plain black head, like that's all that is. Because Doomslayer's visor isn't yellow. This is yellow. His is like a greenish blue. So that it just makes it, you know, makes the yellow not pop off or pop out so much. So then if we take this off, this is how this, you know, little thing is made. You know, it's pretty simple, but effective. And then if we take those off, and I take that arm off, oh no! All right, then we'll take this little dark brown hand out, put that in there, attach that back in, and put all this back on. I just want to experiment a little bit, show you guys what everything looks like, how it is, so that you can know, all right, what design do I like more? All right, so now, looking at this, I almost went with that arm because of the extra brown detail. But like I mentioned before, his bicep, like his actual full-on bicep, is poking out on this arm. So the closest you could really get to that would be an arm from Poison Ivy from the Lego Batman movie, because it has flesh tone on top and then dark green on the bottom. I almost went with that because his gauntlet, like on his right arm, is green, but it's not this color. This color is olive green. If they ever do make a dual molded arm that is flesh toned on top and olive green on the bottom, I will buy it. I will remake this video and it will look so much better. But I scrapped this because I feel like there's too much brown going on there, and the brown gauntlet is on this side, and this hand is the closest I'm going to get to that. Oh, and then if you want to know what this arm looks like with the Commander Gree legs, it looks like this. So there you go. How many was that? There's this one, and the one I just did, and then the one where it's just these legs. So 4 different possible designs that you could do out of the parts that I have that could look more appealing to you, or however you want to do it. So, like I said, to me, I'm following more of G-Man Bricks' blueprint and just going with a plain olive green arm, because he has olive green on his like forearm and stuff, and then a little bit more up on the shoulder, like up on this bit. It's like in the middle where the flesh tone is. But if they ever make a dual molded arm and it's flesh tone on top, the brown shoulder pad will make up for that olive green detail. Okay, now that we've talked about the different designs and the different possibilities, and I gave credit and everything, I'm going to show you what I made for his unmasked version, because he does take the helmet off in the DLC, The Ancient Gods Part 2. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So if you want an unmasked Doomslayer, I went with, I believe this is Shredder from a TMNT set, because I have the original Shredder head, and this kind of looks like that. He just looks angry. And then this is just, you know, regular Tony Stark hair, or wherever you can get this from, because to me it just shows, like with the like cheekbones and stuff, it shows how much age, or how much time has passed, how old he is. And then the big bushy eyebrows show his anger, like he just looks angry, you know. And then even from the back, it covers up that burnt side of the face pretty well with this hairpiece. Now, this is something I did experiment with and actually grew to like a little bit, but I didn't go with it because it just has the yellow visor. This is what it would look like. Hold on, let me turn that head just a little more. If you put the helmet on with the unmasked face. Because in Doom Eternal, you do see his face poke out quite a lot before he finally takes it off. There are 2 reasons I didn't go with this. 1, the visor is yellow, and in-game it's like greenish blue. Okay, make that 3. 2, this bumps up pretty easily sometimes, and then it looks like that, which looks really weird. 3, when you look at the back, his burnt side's poking out a little bit more, so you can't really get a good view from the back. So I didn't go with that, but that is what this looks like. I just realized maybe I should have shown that with all the other parts, but it's all right. It's all right. So unmasked Doomslayer is a thing that I decided to go with. that you could do. All right, now here's the fun part, my favorite part, in my opinion, of this figure is honestly the accessories, because G-Man Bricks made the figure mostly, and I'm giving him full credit for that. The only things I improved were the helmet, the shoulder cannon, and a little bit of the smaller details. So he did make a crucible and a super shotgun. So I'm gonna save the super shotgun for last because I'm super fucking proud of it. Now his crucible looks something like this. It's basically the same as his, except I changed 3 pieces. This gray piece, which is actually the same as the one that the arm is attached to, was black on his. And then the studs here, this is that crucible blade I was talking about, by the way. This is trans neon orange, is what the official Lego color is called. You'll notice it goes trans neon orange, trans orange, neon orange, trans orange. That is because the trans orange have the holes in them. The trans neon do not. If there are trans neon orange studs that have holes in them, I will buy those and also upgrade the crucible. But as of right now, there is not. So if you have some trans neon orange studs lying around from like the old Lego Star Wars sets, like I have mine from the old Lego X-Wing, it definitely matches up with the lighting a lot better. So if we put that in this hand, because this is the hand that Doom Guy uses to hold all of his weapons, this is what it looks like. So I'm super happy with the way it turned out, and again, huge shout out to G-Man Bricks for the design. I almost went with Kylo Ren's lightsaber upside down, but it's red and it's skinny, and the crucible goes thick to a little bit smaller, and then, you know, has the 2 blades sticking out. But this just looks so much cooler, and yeah, it's oversized as hell, but it looks fine. And then if you want to know what it looks like, kind of like that, there you go. Okay, so super proud of the crucible design. Thank you, G-Man Bricks, for the inspiration. Okay, now another one of my favorite things is the knife, because I went back and looked at the post and I didn't see him design a knife. So this is pretty easy. It's just, you know, a little wrench piece, a knife, and then a brown stud with a hole. And then we want to lift this arm up. No. Sorry, this video is so long. I'm super freaking passionate about this, and I'm trying to show as much as I can. And then you bend it kind of like that, and bada bing, bada boom, you have the Doomslayer's knife. It is a little bit bulky, but to me, it's as least bulky as I could possibly come up with. And hell, I mean, you can still kind of pose with it. I mean, you can turn it to the side and the handcuff will move with it, and it still looks like he's going to go whoosh. Like, it just looks badass. Now, I'm going to keep it in his hand because it is attached to him, and so it just kind of works. Now, before I show off the super shotgun, we have the flame belch and the ice bomb. So if you want to make these, all you need to do is just shove this in here, and then, you know, from the first person perspective, you see it kind of, you know, poke out over there. But that is the flame belch power up, or not power up, weapon launcher thing, whatever. It sets demons on fire and they drop armor. Okay, so I wanted to make as many accessories as I could, and then I thought about, wait a minute, you can put stuff in there. So that's the flame belch, just a tiny little candle piece. And then the ice bomb was a little bit harder to come up with because when I went back and looked at it in game, it just shoots out an ice ball. So I wanted to go with the most round thing possible that was super small, and I went with this like light piece. I don't know exactly where it came from. I just had it, but I'm assuming you can get it from like Lego City or something. And then you shove that in there. Yeah, it looks a little bit different, like a gun or something. And maybe if you really wanted to, you could have it sticking out just a little bit. Let me get that out of here. It ain't coming out. All right, maybe you could shove it in like halfway or something. I swear to God, if one of you make a "that's what she said" joke. It could kind of look like he's launching it, like maybe from that. Ooh, that does look better. That does look better. I like that a lot more. Then it actually looks like he's launching it out. And then if you really wanted to like have a little play fight or something with him versus like some demons or whatever, you could just throw it and then it'll... No, that'd be cool if it actually did. So yeah, no, there's those 2 little things. I figured, hey, as many things as I can fit in this video, I will do it. And I saved the best for last. Okay. So G-Man Bricks did design a super shotgun. It was really long, like actually like really long and a little too bulky in my opinion. And it didn't have the meat hook. The meat hook was my biggest priority when designing the super shotgun in a minifigure scale, because everybody uses this old-timey pistol piece and then a Doc Ock arm piece, shoves the pistol in there and puts binoculars in it, and it looks like a good super shotgun. But then I discovered this. This is actually a roller skate in silver, and you can actually put binoculars on the wheels. So this is an upside down roller skate with this little tab piece on this side, 2 pairs of the same colored binoculars shoved onto there. It is Purist because it works. And then the stud pokes through a little bit. This little build right here, which is actually a bucket handle for the meat hook, goes on just like this. It doesn't attach on all the way. Like, yeah, it's gonna poke out a little bit. And when I went and looked at the super shotgun in the concept art book, it's a bulky ass gun. Now, if you really want to add more detail, I did not have this piece in brown, but if you do have this clip piece in brown, because it does exist, it just is also super rare, and I was not going to buy it because I've been trying to get this damn video out. You can add a little bit of the brown detail, but like I said, I didn't have it, so I didn't do it. But I've been saying but a lot, stop it. And then it's just one of these like launcher clip pieces. Now this is the only problem I have with this. This piece moves around so easily, pops off so easily, and it gets annoying, all right? But when you, and also like the shotgun handle itself is supposed to be kind of like that. So when it looks like this, yeah, it might look weird from an angle, but when you put it in his hand, it looks so good, I'm telling you. Like, I'm insanely proud of this. If I can get it in his hand. There we go. So yeah, his arm may be low, but it's aimed forward. And the binoculars give a nice impression of a shotgun barrel. The meat hook right there. I am working on a way to make it so that the chain can detach and this can come off, because there will be a video that I make of how to build every weapon from Doom Eternal in minifigure scale. I know, and I said the same thing for the Doom 1993 figure I made. I am going to make every weapon from Doom 1993 and turn that into a video, and I am going to make every weapon from Doom Eternal and turn that into a video. So in that video, by then, I will have a brown clip piece for that, and if I like that more, I'll put it on. If I actually am not satisfied with it, then it'll just stay how it is. Now, to me, it is slightly unappealing that it's binoculars and binoculars and going in both directions, but I think it works. Like, minifigure scale super shotgun is so hard, especially if you want to attach the meat hook. And my only solution was going to be that shotgun design I talked about with the pistol, the Doc Ock arm piece, and the binoculars. And I was going to glue this bucket handle on there. And then I was like, all right, let me experiment more. So I whipped out my minifigure accessories bucket and was like, all right, what are some weird, obnoxious parts here that I could use? And then I found the roller skate and was like, wait a minute. And they attached, and I went, oh my god, I've got it. So yes, I hope you guys are just as proud and satisfied with this super shotgun design as I am. Like I said, this wiggles, it detaches super easily, it moves around in his hand pretty flimsy, but for detail purposes, it looks so good. Holy shit, this video is 23 minutes long. Well, I made the Doom Guy video pretty short, and that just hit 1,000 views. Thank you for that, by the way. So I apologize if anyone isn't wanting to watch this because of how long it is, but I'm just super passionate about this, and I'm insanely proud of it. But that's all I have. This is officially my new favorite minifigure that I have made. Again, huge shout out to G-Man Bricks. Go follow him on Instagram. Made a lot of cool shit. Thank you if you're watching this for the inspiration, and I will continue to follow in your footsteps. He's also made the Astra white outfit for Doomslayer. He's inspired me to, at some point, make my own Doom Eternal minifigure series and design his different outfits. So thank you so much, once again, to G-Man Bricks for everything. All right. If you guys enjoyed this obnoxiously long video, I'm so sorry. Please drop a like, leave a comment down below. What is your favorite Doomslayer outfit? Hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I post a video. Follow my Twitch, I stream every Saturday. Peace out, guys. I will see you in the next one. Rip and tear until it is done.